I think parents should send their sons to Servite because of everything we have to offer. If you take a look at our athletic programs, our academic programs, but most of all our spiritual formation and the program we have for formation, when you belong to the Servite family and you work with this community, you are part of a tradition that dates back to 1233. And so you belong to something bigger than yourself.
Parents should send their son to Servite if they want their son to learn how to become a man, if they want him to have good manners and be gracious, if they want him to be kind and considerate to other people, if they want him to be a good father to a family in the future, if they want a son who will make sure that they're well taken care of when they get older, because that young man understands the importance of taking care of people and family and community.
Yeah, I would say one of the most common questions I get asked is, now that Servite's a popular place, what can we do to get our son into Servite, or what can I do to get into Servite if it's coming from a young man? And I think there's a lot of assumptions out there that aren't necessarily correct. A lot of people think when a school is in a place where their admissions process is exclusive or is highly selective, I shouldn't say exclusive, that means, oh, they must be looking for 4.0 students, must be looking for straight A's. And the biggest thing I would emphasize to prospective students and families is that is not the case.
And I think that Servite does its best work for those students. The expectation is always college bound. There isn't a remedial track. But as Mary at the foot of the cross is our foundress, we stand with students who have a variety of learning issues. And we show them techniques, strategies, and ask them to go that extra mile to reach the goals of excellence.
More than anything, we are looking for someone who's got a desire to work hard. If a desire to work hard yields a 4.0, fantastic. If a desire to work hard yields a 2.0, fantastic. As long as there's that desire and there's that willingness to work.
Servite is trying to prepare students not just academically, but we're trying to prepare students for the responsibilities of life.
Young men at Servite are different than any place I've been to, and that includes college. The way they hold themselves, the way they act, the way they talk to each other, the way they talk to their coaches, their teachers, their peers. Everything at this school, all the teachers, all the coaches, the administration, the leaders of this place help these young men go in a direction and learn how to speak and learn how to hold themselves with the dignity that all young people should have. And that's the difference between being at Servite is these young men walk around and they walk around with their chests out, with their heads high, knowing that the most important thing in their life is the brotherhood that you have here and the brotherhood of being a faith-filled young man. And that's why this place is so much different than anywhere else.
They're very grounded, they're spirit-filled, they are mature, and they're successful. In whatever it is that they do, they seem to find success.
It's an amazing place. It's given me so many things that aren't possible anywhere else. There's athletics, there's academics, and they're all high level, high standard, the best of the best.
There's some key components about the Servite community that are very impressive. Number one, it truly is a community. What happens here at this school is that people really reach out to each other to assist them, to guide them, to mentor them.
It's truly the Christian ideal of community. We help each other. We take care of each other.
I like Servite because it's such a small group that everyone really knows each other. There aren't really cliques. Everybody's so close that there's that love there. And nobody really wants to make fun of each other, hurt each other. We all got each other's backs.
It's such a great privilege and a great gift to be able to give the Servite experience and education to your son. A place like Servite that not only turns you into a better student, helps you find your vocation in life, but helps build your character to prepare you for life outside of the classroom, which is far more important than inside the classroom.
I think my faith has developed significantly since I've started here. My best friends are here. I see them every day. It's great. And I didn't even know them before I came here. And now I know I can rely on them, even when I leave Servite. Servite also provides so many opportunities to get involved in other aspects, such as activities like speech and debate. It's given me the gift of being able to speak publicly, which I think is essential to being any type of leader. And I know public speaking and persuasion and argumentation is going to be key in my striving to be successful in college and in my work life after that.
I just come to Servite High School because of the brotherhood. I came from public school, from Corona, not knowing anybody or the area, and coming in I was accepted really fast, and I made a lot of friends, and I met my best friends here.
I went to a different Catholic school my freshman year. There was a lot more people, and I felt like it wasn't as personal as Servite, where there's a smaller community, there's about 800-900 kids, and there's a smaller class size, and the teachers can help you a lot more, and you feel like you're a lot more part of something. You know everyone. It was a really easy transition for me to come in my sophomore year. They really took me under their wing and really helped me out and really made me feel welcome. I met just a whole nother group of guys that I'll probably be friends with the rest of my life.
The benefits I see in the all-boy environment are the boys are more focused. They seem to be more genuine to me. They're not trying to impress, the girls in their class. They're more focused on the actual education. They have a freedom to express a brotherhood with each other that I didn't see in a co-ed environment. I didn't see as much of in a co-ed environment. And I think they have a lot more fun together when they have that pressure off while they're in school.
I kind of thought, okay, how's this going to work without girls? But then really after that, I really didn't even notice it anymore. I just thought of it, I'm going to go and hang out with my best friends for 7 hours today. I really focused more on the classroom. I noticed when I was at my other high school, I struggled with Spanish, and there are all these girls in the class, and I really didn't want to feel stupid, so I didn't ask a whole lot of questions, and I didn't do real well in the class. But now, since there's no girls, it's a lot easier to ask questions and to make sure that you get the help you need, because you don't feel like you're embarrassed or anything like that.
The brotherhood here, the unity, you're not going to find that at any school with co-ed or that has girls, because when we're here together as a group of men, we just bond so well together, and just the greatest friendships are formed here. The friends that I have here at Servite are going to be the friends that I have for the rest of my life.
If people are worried about going to a school where there's no girls, they should come here for a day. Spend the time, do the shadow program, and walk around as a student, as an 8th grader, with other boys to take you around, see the classes. And it's a great environment. It's positive, it's academic, you kid around, you have fun, and then there's dances, and there's the sister schools, and so it's a non-issue.
You don't enroll at Servite, you become part of the Servite family. Servite's about excellence, and I see more and more of a global approach on campus, excellence in all areas, athletically, academically, of course, first, athletically, most importantly right now, leadership. And right now, I think there's a leadership void, I think, in this country, brewing. What happens at Servite, the dedication to building leaders, I think, is absolutely paramount in this world. And I think Servite is going to take the leading edge in Southern California in that way.
Servite's basic mission statement is to form faith-filled leaders, young men who can be successful in their own lives and successful in college and life.
The number one thing is the faith-filled aspect of the school. I mean, that's why I love the school so much. The number one thing in my life is being Catholic and my love of God and my love for Mary, and to be able to combine the gift that He has given me to be a basketball coach and to be athletic, and to bring that and talk to young men about how, the most important thing is our faith before athletics, before academics. It gives me the opportunity to bring all of those aspects together in one place, and it's the most blessed place, in the world.
To include education without spirituality would be the body without the soul, and I don't see how, not that there aren't other Catholic schools, because certainly there are, and there are certainly private schools that endeavor to infuse the spiritual with the intellectual and the athletic. I just feel that, I suppose it's up to interpretation whether or not Servite is better. I think they are, but we are certainly different. And we are aspiring to do things here with formation and with the structure of the priories that is quite untried, untested, and it will be quite unbelievable when the time comes.
When you go to Servite High School, we have the academics plus the spiritual formation and the leadership formation programs.
It's one of those things where the Servite formation program is something that Servite's been doing for over 770 years. And it's just something that they've always done. It's something that we just labeled, it's something we just gave a new name to.
As for the priory system, it's essentially the leadership of Servite, how we're trying to develop faith-filled leaders. And I think that's a great idea. It's an excellent opportunity for us to truly become leaders, because Servite's acknowledged that leadership comes through experience, not just through learning about it. And by giving us the experience of actually leading our peers and embracing each other as brothers, we can truly become those faithful leaders.
The idea here actually comes from not only some of the European and Australian models, which we know from Servite College in Perth, Western Australia, but this is our own unique brand of that kind of school within a school. What we are seeking to do is to let the young men who are our priors and our assistant priors develop their leadership skills in working all aspects, really, of student life. We're encouraging participation, no matter what it is, whether it's theater, whether it's athletics, whether it's academics, whether it's marching band, whether it's speech and debate, anything here, we are rewarding participation. We encourage every student to be a part of the process. And we hope that every student becomes involved, and we seek to get that participation for every student.
The men who graduate from Servite are leaders. When they move into college, when they move into the business world, what we're doing with formation is that we're putting a structure to that. And in the past, I think some students didn't get the full Servite experience, and that's what formation is. That formation is addressing the whole man, their body, their soul, their mind, their spirit, and purposefully calling from them leadership. These are all great kids, and they're going to call from their peers. Tremendous opportunity of leadership, and every single student at this school is going to experience that leadership formation.
They have to lead their peers and be led by their peers, which is some of the most difficult leadership you can do. If they can learn how to do that here, then they have a much better chance of doing that in life.
We're in the day and age right now where everybody wants to know how well you're doing on testing, how high are your AP exams. Everything is testing nowadays. And what they're forgetting is that American education wasn't based on testing. American education was based on building good, well-formed American citizens. So what our formation program is about, and what the whole school experience is about, is developing a well-rounded young man. So when he leaves this school, he's going to be a productive citizen of this country.
You cannot be part of this school and be part of formation and not be involved. Whatever your gifts, whatever your talents, whatever your interest, nobody is going to go to school, go to class, go home and do their homework. Somehow they need to be there for the other man and give back to this community. And that model and example is what we are hoping that they're going to be taking into the world as they become involved in their college community and then the community where they live.
I graduated from Servite, and I know that when I went to college, I felt extremely prepared, even over-prepared, compared to some of the people that I went to college with from other schools. I felt like I came into college and I had a leg up on other people, and I feel Servite has continued the tradition.
I feel I'm ready to go to college. I really am. Even if I had to go this year without my senior year, I think I'd be definitely ready. They've taught me everything I need to know, all the social skills, everything. I'm totally ready for college.
What goes on here at Servite prepares you for your future in literally every arena of your life. And that's why you hear so many alums come back, and while they really enjoyed their experience when they were going through it and they had a blast and it was fun and some of the best times of their life, it's not till later on that light bulb really goes off that, wow, okay, that's what that was for. But I've never heard an alum talk about, any curveball that life's ever thrown that Servite didn't prepare him for.
My life has changed because of Servite High School, especially with my faith life. What I learned at Servite High School came back full circle after college, and it was important for me. It's a great tradition. It's understanding who you are and how the Lord shares part of your life, and how that you're here to serve, and that you may not have a lot to offer, but all you have you can give to God, and Servite gives you the opportunity to explore what your gifts are and share them not only with the small community here at Servite, but with that and the larger community everywhere else.
As a parent that's considering whether your child should attend Servite or not, I would strongly encourage you to give it very serious consideration. It's an investment that any parent that has the ability to make should make, in my opinion. It's critical for your child's success, and it's critical for our community at large. I am living proof that Servite works academically. I got to college, I had incredible success, and it dawned on me that it never would have happened without Servite High School. And it gave me something that has continued to improve my life into my 50s. It's helped my children. My children have met people that are incredible, they're wonderful people. They've created friendships that'll last forever. And those kinds of things you don't always see at every high school or even every college. I came as a boy and I left as a man. I can't describe it any differently than that.
Bringing my son to Servite wasn't really I didn't have to think about it much. As an alum of the school, I wanted my son to have the same opportunities that I had and to get a great education. Not just to get a great education, but to become a leader in his church, a leader in the community, and to give him the best chance of success in life. He's an awesome kid. I look at the way he interacts with adults, the way he interacts with his friends. He volunteers at church, and all of those qualities he got from Servite High School. He got from the faculty here. He got from the priests that are on campus. He got from the administration, the leadership, the coaches, and his friends. It's a community. This is a community that is helping to grow my son into an adult, into a responsible, faith-filled adult. And there's no other place I'd rather have him.
Servite is a different place. And because it's a different place, there's a lot of misconceptions out there. Whether it's, if you go to Servite, you don't see girls for 4 years. It's the most common misconception. Or Servite's only for the academically superior. Whatever it may be. Because we are a different place, because we do things differently, those misconceptions develop. So the biggest thing I would emphasize to anyone thinking about Servite, if you're not sold already, is to come experience it. Because I don't know that I've ever encountered a young man or a family that has had some questions, some reservations about Servite, that after they experience Servite in an explicit way, whether it's by coming to open house or the young man coming to the shadow program and spending a day here on campus, I've never encountered one of those individuals that hasn't come away from the experience going, oh, this is not what I thought it was. So I would just really encourage you to come experience Servite in some way and see what it's really like, because that's the only way to really get a taste for it. You can read about it on the website, you can watch this video, but the only way you're really gonna start to understand that difference that we always talk about, or that you hear other people talk about, is by coming and seeing it for yourself. And I would highly advise against making a decision until you've done that.